My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Nosferatu. And Nosferatu and Beetlejuice were my two most anticipated movies of 2024. Like, I love The Witch, I love The Northman, and Robert Eggers just has a very distinct style, and his movies always look great. I love the use of language in his movies. So the idea of him tackling this classic story felt like a match made in heaven. But then the reviews came out, and everybody loves this movie. So I was ready to call this movie one of my favorites of 2024. And my biggest disappointment of 2024 is Nosferatu. I wanted to love this movie. I really did, but I thought it sucked. So let's begin by talking about the cast. And Lily Rose Depp, I thought was very underwhelming. Like, she can do the physicality required for this character, but she just lacks any bit of screen presence. She's one of the main characters, and she just doesn't bring much to this movie. I thought her performance just felt very empty to me, and Neo Tiger Free gave a similar but better performance in The First Omen. Nicholas Hoult is in this movie a lot more than I was expecting, and he's fine. He just doesn't really have much to work with. But then we get to Bill Skarsgård, and this performance is the absolute best part of this movie. I couldn't believe that Count Orlok was being played by Bill Skarsgård. Like, this character didn't look the way I thought he would. He didn't sound the way I thought he would. But holy shit, does Bill deliver here. A truly remarkable performance. Aaron Taylor Johnson is fine, I guess. Emma Corrin doesn't stand out in any way. Willem Dafoe can be a fun presence. I just wish he had more to do. And Ralph Ineson has one of the greatest voices ever, and he does fine enough. So the cast is a bit of a mixed bag, but Bill Skarsgård is the best part. Speaking of which, this movie does have some great makeup. The production design is fantastic. The costumes are great. And the movie has terrific cinematography. Like, this movie does look beautiful, and Robert Eggers does deliver on a technical level. But when it comes to the script, just nothing, and I mean nothing in this movie worked for me. Like, I couldn't care less about any of these characters, and I couldn't care less about anything going on. And the longer the movie goes on for, the more convoluted it gets. By the end of the movie, it's just a nonsensical mess, I found. And when you're unengaged and the pace is very slow, it makes for a very boring movie. I was watching it, but I was just so uninterested, so disengaged the entire time, and I wanted this movie to end. It's also like 30 minutes too long. There's not enough substance for this runtime. And I found the movie to be very empty on a thematic level. Like, you just don't take anything away from it. This isn't a movie I'll be thinking about anytime soon. It's just a big ol' nothing bogle. And also, like, the movie is a horror movie, and I don't know, like, I wish the movie was scary to some degree. Like, it's not effective on a psychological level, it's not tense, it's not brutal enough. It just made me feel nothing, even when it comes to the scales. And there's a big part of this movie that is focused on this relationship between husband and wife, and this romance just didn't kill. Like I said, I didn't care about these characters, and I didn't care about the romance. And while I was watching this movie, I kind of had a feeling I wasn't going to like it just based on the first 5 minutes. Now, don't get me wrong, Robert Eggers is a very talented filmmaker, but I feel like he's becoming predictable in his style. Well, if I see he's directing a movie, I kind of feel like I know exactly what to expect now. And they're starting to look and feel the same way to me. And I feel like he has to do something different. He has to have a more surprising element in his movies, because I don't know if I can get excited for any one of his movies in the near future. In fact, I think the reason why Bill Skarsgård is the best part of this movie is because he is the biggest surprise factor. He was the unexpected element. And yeah, and this movie just lacks any bit of an edge. So I guess I'm in the minority. This is a movie that I was very excited for, but I left so unbelievably disappointed and underwhelmed. The movie is well made on a technical level, and Bill Skarsgård is good, but this script did nothing for me. I found it boring, and I feel like Robert Eggers, he needs to deliver something different. Like, look at James Wan. I love Insidious 1 and 2, and then he does the Conjuring movies, which are similar, but they feel different. And then he does Malignant, which just kicks that genre into a completely different gear, and that's why he's one of my favorite working directors. Because he's talented, but he's also unpredictable, and he switches things up, and whatever. I've said my piece. Nosferatu, I'll give a 3 out of 10. I did hate this movie. Didn't want to, wasn't expecting to, but I did. But Nosferatu, have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.